Welcome back to Indian Trace. I'm excited. I have an idea. Of course, I'm out in the field. I'm at the pinnacle, and I want to show you something. I have an idea for a video which is going to be a lot different, and it's going to be an honorary video. But look at this artifact. This artifact I didn't just find. Now, here's the deal. This is a sweet piece, and the weather was just absolutely perfect. And I wanted to show you this unbelievable artifact. An incredible piece of quartz. Now, I found this out here 3-4 years ago. Now, here is a secret. I don't believe in superstition. I believe in destiny, but I also believe in honor. Now, look at this piece with the sunlight as we get going in this video. It's going to be a little bit longer, but it's an honorary video. So, if you are listening, Frank or Tommy, or I got a fellow, I believe in Chapel Hill, who is a paraplegic. If you're listening, anybody who just can't get up, Butch, this video, actually, what I'm going to do is for you. So tune in. Look at this. I have found some other great pieces right here, and I'm not going to show you right now because we might have some live action. You never know. This is an incredible piece. I bring it because of honor. Because I usually bring a piece in which I feel that I can walk and honor the site that I'm checking. So it's going to be a good lunch. Now, I'm going to put this into this bag. I have found some others in here. What we're going to do is we're going to go outside, and I'm going to take you. Now, if my focus doesn't work real well, bear with me. It's going to be, I think, for the largest part. Sorry, I'm wobbling you around here. Remember, Frank, Tommy, I forgot the name of the buddy I have in Chapel Hill. He had a shout out. I sent some stuff to him. I think he has one leg. God bless him. My God. Some other people who I know who are suffering in pain. Brian. If I'm forgetting anybody, forgive me. Butch. Who can't always, depending on the way you feel, get out. And I know there's pain. Brooksy. Jonesy. Some of you are riddled sometimes with pain. But the ones who absolutely cannot walk, I'm going to bring you out. Now, don't mind me. I mean, this is great countryside here at Pinnacle. And I had some great thoughts. If you were out walking, you'd be thinking anyway, wouldn't you? But now, I want you to be able to feel this fresh air. Eastern North Carolina, I mean, this is a private site, so I can share out here. I will try not to go on too many rants and raves, but I have some great thoughts to share with you today. Maybe we'll get a live find. I have a great helper here, as Jonesy would say, to juke some rocks if I need to. I got to keep my clear eyes going while I'm doing this. I'm going to try not to watch the phone too much, but try to just sort of keep it the way I would if I was hunting. Lots of grass. I guess winter rye, no problem. About 50% dirt. It's a sandy site. I'm going to go right up here through the hot spot. It probably won't. I will not be able to record the whole time. But I'm going to take you outside so you can walk, so you can just get a vibe of the sun, the fresh air, which I know, and I'm talking to many who cannot, which just about tears me apart, which is the reason why many times these artifacts that I find, I'm going to share. I'm going to get them into somebody's hands so they can at least partially experience the North American Indian and artifacts. But here in the finds, and I've got some finds with me that I've just found. I'm not going to show them yet because I'm spoiled. Because I'm looking for a smoker. All right, with all that said, I'm taking you with me. I've got a time limit in mind. This is a little different than a Box Talk Live. I'm not going to do that today. That's inside. This is different. What you would give, I know, for many of you, and I'm speaking directly to Frank, and I'm speaking directly to Butch, and to my fella who's a paraplegic, and a couple others who said they're in a wheelchair and they just can't get out. What I can do is I can just share this little time with you. I'm going to hope that my focus comes out, and maybe I'll try not to have you just looking straight at the ground, but you'd be doing it anyway, so you're hunting with me, you see? You can hunt with me. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you have just enough strength today to tune in to Indian Trace and check it out. I'm going to take a turn. I'm going to try to do these once in a while in areas that I don't have to keep my voice down, or areas I don't have to look out as much for cars or people who are going to see, oh my goodness, he must be on a hot site. I'm going to hunt that site too. Well, you know, all those thoughts that go through our heads. If you were out here hunting, we'd be chatting. If you're out here hunting, you'd be thinking through things too. Big day. You know what? I just want to make this comment. and it'd probably be the final comment because I hate talking about our past administration, and I hate even mentioning or using the name Obama, because a disaster he was. And I want to make a couple comments, political interest comments, that I think you might agree with. If you don't, tell me why. If you don't, we'll talk. I want to know. I made a comment yesterday, which I got a couple comments on. I want to clarify. Obama has not been how should I say, a failure as a president. He's been a supreme success. You see, from the beginning, it was not because somebody shared it. It was not because Rush Limbaugh shared it or anything. But from the beginning, I hope he'd failed. I hope he failed, because I knew everything that he was going to try to do to this nation, to this great nation. And I've said it before, but when I tell my sons, without this nation, you can forget about your conveniences and the blessings that you take for granted every day. You can forget about assembly line products. You can forget about radios and TVs, and you can forget about refrigeration and dishwashers and cars and planes and trains. I could go on and on. You could forget about metals and plastics. You could forget about the Industrial Revolution without freedom, which this nation brought. You see, and I knew that when, there's my shadow, see? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Wild, right? Wild. Anyway, I'm looking at my time. Good time. I've got an idea. We're hunting. Maybe we'll find a smoker, because we're at the pinnacle. Frank, Butch, well, Brooksy, if you're dead in bed, hurting, which I know hits you once in a while. I got an uncle like that who just can't walk for a week or more because he's hurting. God, I feel for you guys. I do not take for granted what I'm doing right here, and I figured I'd take some time here at lunch and just make an effort of it. Who knows? I don't have a lot of subscribers, maybe a little over 1,000. That's nothing compared to nowadays. But and you know what's funny? I'm jumping all over the place. You guys, when I started posting videos, my artifacts, at that time my 8-year-old said, "Dad, you know, people may want to see your artifacts." And I was doing it to keep record for my sons. And I decided at that time that I would never do this, to try to get one person, I talk with my hands, you see, to get one person to subscribe. I don't care. If you're out there, I don't care if you subscribe. Good. If you do, great. If there's something you get out of it, if you see some artifacts and you just, your appreciation for the North American Indian rises, great. If your appreciation for understanding geopolitics or the political climate rises, great. I believe it makes you a better human being. Okay, back to the hunt. I'm not going to get sidetracked. I've got to get these thoughts in before this time expires. Listen. Yeah, I know. I hate it. I hate even saying the word. Obama. He was successful. I say it was going to be a complete train wreck disaster. Well, he was, according to what I believe America should be, what the Constitution states that America was set up to be. That is what he was set against. But he, from the beginning, his intention was not to honor the Constitution, was not to honor the United States of America. You know, I say this because yesterday in his last press conference, he came out and in true color, flat out lied his, oh my God. And I'm a Christian man, but he lied his ass off. And I have never once sworn on YouTube. That's not even really a swear word. But he did. He did at the expense of a good, well, I don't know about good, a decent, integrate, proven world leader, which is Putin, President Putin. He's lied his rear off about Benjamin Netanyahu, if you want to support a leader who you like to believe is just completely morally perfect or a Christian, Benjamin Netanyahu, and then you want to believe some narrative about the president of Russia and that he's diabolically a Soviet. No, that's over with. He is a nationalist, and you know, the funny thing was, if you listen to Obama's comments yesterday, and this should finish it all, look at, I'm looking up here. We're hunting here. 2 more minutes, guys. I want to take you out for a hunt. Maybe more, who knows. Listen, funny stuff. It's not funny at all, though, to me. Because he did acknowledge the fact, and he did say one thing that was true throughout that whole stupid, and I had to listen to it because it was his last barf session. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. I'm a realist. I am not biased on either side. You can put all three presidents I just mentioned, Netanyahu, Putin, and Obama, in a bowl and stir them up. And then when you look in the bowl, it's going to be like eating a bowl of cereal and you got a fly in it. And you'd be like, what the world is about this fly, this filthy fly that's out of place in character in terms of their ability to lead in my bowl for? And you'd reach in and get that fly out of your bowl of cereal, and if you were me, you'd still eat the bowl of cereal. But the only two presidents that would be left inside that bowl would be Netanyahu and Putin. Because of experience. Because number one, they're nationalists and they do care for their people. Obama could give a rip about our freedom, could give a rip about what we believe or what the Constitution states America should be. So I'm going to leave it at that. But he did say one thing, which was true, about Putin. As he tried to divide people and tried to get people to believe like he does. He said, well, Putin has definitely risen in being a nationalist, in his nationalistic views, like it was negative. You see, that shows Obama is not in favor of the United States of America being sovereign or being a nationalist nation. He never has been, and that's what I was fearful of. That's what many people were fearful of. End of story. And that's when I said, well, there you go. That's why, sadly, pitifully, I have supported and support the thoughts, the mind frames, the way of leadership of Putin more than I have Obama. Obama's a flat-out liar. I'm stopping now. Let me go to a good positive point. You know, Benjamin Netanyahu, a nationalist, supports his sovereign right to rule and to have a nation of people, an Israel. Why can't it be that way? And then it proves the rise of Donald Trump, who is a nationalist, who believes in us, believes in the people, believes in a nation for the people, a nation in where we make the decisions. Oh, I flipped something. This is what I flipped. Look at my time. Oh, it's not too long, so we got a little more time. Where is it? We're out hunting, everybody. You who can't get up, get out. It's about 68 degrees. It's unbelievably nice out. Look at this. That is a scraper, turtleback scraper. But you know what? It's rough. I guarantee they cleaned some hide with it, though. I'm not keeping that. Many times I'll see them out here, and I've got plenty of stuff I don't keep. I'm just going to leave that out here. A lot of stuff I'll leave on the field for honor. I'm not one of those that just scarf up every single bit of artifact or what have you. Okay, one more minute. I don't want to have this thing go too long, but I think it should be fun if you want to go on a hunt. And you know, I have hot sights. I'm not just out here walking in the dirt. There are points out here. I think it would be great if we found some. Now, at the end of the time, I'm going to show you what I found so far, just because that's the way it's going to work. Then if I find a smoker later, I'll film it, of course. You know, that's the way it is. Okay. Political interest stuff. I am going to post some of the stuff that shows you what I was just talking about. That shares the pitiful aspect of our past administration. Now the strength of somebody who believes in ideas, who believes in the ideas of the Constitution of the United States and what has made the world a better place, what has made this nation a great nation, not because we feel we're better than other people or human beings. And certainly it is not Trump's idea to keep anybody out, because it is people that has made this nation great from all over the world. How stupid can people be? Well, they're dumb, like I told some people I work with today, because they've grown up in a society in where they actually believe that the dial on a clock, as all 12 places on the clock could be our modern news media. They've actually believed that they are transparently truthful and right when they're bought out, blackmailed, and lie to support liberal agenda, to support globalism for the last 10, 15 years, slowly perverting the minds of even our youth. It's disgusting. Now, Trump wins in a landslide, and don't be fooled, both popular vote and electoral vote. How stupid. I mean, it's just crazy. I get too wound up, but in a good way. Okay, my shadow, time, cool. That's thumbs up, cool. We're good. Just wanted to bring you out on a hunt. I'm seeing rhyolite. I'm seeing stuff. We're going to go one more row up here, and then we're going to call it a hunt. Maybe we'll find something live. We did find that scraper, turtleback scraper. Now, how do I finish this? I finish it on a positive roll. Trump and inauguration. Here's one thing. I'm not too worried. There's, of course, always dangers. But I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried because of this. I made a comment to somebody the other night, and I said, man, that was pretty perfect. And, you know, often I'll say something, I'll say it's pretty perfect, but it has nothing to do with me. The wisdom of God does come down and does go through human beings. But I said this. I said, listen, when you got to pay human beings to protest somebody, you got to pay them to dislike somebody, you're a sad case. That's a sad bunch of people who are paid to protest things, and that's what's been going on. That's a small, teeny amount of people. But at the same time, hey, awesome. When you got 800,000 people moving towards D.C. for inauguration, who don't have to be paid, who use their own cash, who use their own money, like I might add our president-elect did to run his whole campaign. He didn't have to subject his family forever to the ridicule of stupidity. Well, when you don't have to pay 800,000 people to go to D.C. to support their president, there's going to be an overwhelming force of positive support. Not to mention this, and I also said this, and I got to say this before this is up. It's a long one, but hey, you get to go on a hunt with me today. Didn't find anything real great big yet. Maybe we could have found a smoker. One day we will, because I'll do it again. Let me know. If you like going out on a hunt, that's easy for me. I'm out here anyway. Here's the final thought. Listen, yes, 800,000 going of their own accord today, what have you, flooding D.C. Don't listen to the modern news media who will be showing protesters alone. Let them show the supporters. I dare them, double dog dare them, just like the rallies and things that Trump had. Let them show the supporters. If they have the guts, if they have the brass, we're hunting here. Now, I'm getting stirred up, but listen, final thought. Law enforcement, military, security forces, and a private security contracting force for Trump. Guess what? Everything I just mentioned, all four, and I know you guys who are ex-military out there understand and will agree completely, in law enforcement, hey, they all support Trump. They have from the beginning. They have in their endorsement. They have in their open political support of his candidacy. Oh, well, the news doesn't cover that. Since they all support him and all favor him and all disdain Hillary Clinton, guess what? We have a huge force of positive protection support there, and it matters. That bias matters. Even if you are a law enforcement agent, even if you are a military man, that bias matters, and that bias saves lives and protects your buddies. It protects the ones you love, the ones you want. If you disdain the people that you're hired to protect, if you hate them and you dislike them, it's going to be difficult to do your top job in keeping them safe. Oh, that was a piece of rhyolite, see? I'm sorry. Piece of broken rhyolite. Time? Okay. You've been able to go out and hunt with me. Who knows how long this will take to load. I'm going to end this because it might cut me off and not let me make another video, and I can't delete this video. From Indian Trace to you, Frank, to you, Butch, to my buddy, I think, in Chapel Hill, paraplegic, and my God, you guys can't always get out and walk, but I'll bring you. I'll bring you out, beautiful eastern North Carolina countryside, so we can do a little hunting. Maybe find a smoker one day doing this. It'll be fine with me. And to all you guys, as well as many of you guys who suffer serious pain and can't always get out and cover some ground, we'll find something together. I'm just trying this out. Just a little bit of a walkabout. Anyway, I'll leave you with a good horizon. We're done with it. Thank you for tuning in to Indian Trace. Let me know what's going on. We'll talk soon. Let's keep supporting the North American Indian and political interests to support all humanity. Appreciate it.